Hi, I'm Laura with Laura's Adventure Resources, and it is starting to be VBS season in my area. And in honor of VBS season, I want to talk to you and tell you a story about how I got started in club ministries and how my family got so involved in adventures. About 13 years ago, during the summer, a friend of mine sent me a message and was like, "Hey, my church is having VBS. You should come." At the time, my oldest was 3. My youngest at the time, who is now my second oldest, was 1. And I went, "Oh, VBS. I loved VBS as a kid. Yeah, absolutely. We definitely want to come." And although I had been, I'm a multi-generational Adventist, but when we moved to this town, I still had not gotten connected really with the local church. So although I'd visited this church a few times, it was not our normal place to be at all. So we went to VBS. We loved it. It was great. We only made it for about half of it because, of course, lots of little kids, and mine obviously picked up a cold. But after VBS, this is the important thing. After VBS, we got a letter from one of the people who was helping run VBS, and it was an invitation for adventurers. That particular church had a pre-adventurer club. I mean, this is 13 years ago, called Discovery Club, and they had classes for toddlers, so 1 and 2-year-olds, all the way up. So there was a class for both of my kids, and I had never heard of adventurers before. But I was very familiar with Pathfinders. I didn't get a chance to do much Pathfinders as a kid, but what I did get to do, I loved. And so I jumped at the opportunity to put my kids in the program. And my kids have been part of Adventurers and Pathfinders ever since. We love it. It is such an important part of our lives. My younger 2 children were born into Adventurers. I don't think any of my kids remember a time when club ministries wasn't part of their lives. And I am so grateful for the friend of mine who contacted me and invited me to VBS. Now, I know that some clubs or some churches don't have VBS. In fact, my church doesn't. So for those of you who don't have a VBS program, there's lots of other ways, of course, to recruit and invite new families to your club. But for those of you who do have VBS, I want to encourage you to get a hold of that contact list after VBS and invite those families to come, to join you. You know that a lot of the people who love VBS, they're the same kind of people who are going to love adventures. So invite them, and hopefully you'll have a few new families join your club this fall. Talk to you guys later.